Hey, what's up? It's DJ. Today we got more mods to take a look at for FS25. It's going to be for Tuesday, May the 13th, 2025. In total, 15 mods. All platforms got 7 new and 3 updates. And PC Mac players got 1 new and 4 updates. This will be a normal mod video, unlike the one yesterday, which was just a highlight video of a few mods. I've seen the comments, and I appreciate those of you that expressed your opinions on the way that it was done, positive or negative. Regardless, it was a nice change of pace, but we're back to normal. So let's jump right in. Starting off today, we got a new map for all platforms. This one is New American. It is from Samuel Batista Modding, and it reminds me a lot of Riverbend. Kind of like if Riverbend had another part of it, this is probably what it would look like. Really dig it a whole lot. There's quite a bit to do here as well. It also reminds me a lot of the base game Riverbend. There's a few things that are in very similar places, but I'm cool with it. It is much more different enough. It is only familiar, if that makes any sense. We've got 2 farms on the map to take a look at. We've got one right here, smack dab, right in the middle. Here's our PDA. Here's what we own. We even have bales. The modder's really done a good job to keep us updated with everything that we could possibly need. We've even got places to buy seed and fertilizer and all kinds of stuff like that. And there's stuff in the shed for us as well to get started with. Again, I cannot say this enough. I think the modder's done a really, really good job in making sure that things are ready to go. Did I mention there's no required mods? Yeah, no required mods. Gotta love that too. Over here, you've got more stuff. Of course, all of this is base game with it not having any required mods. That also means that, hey, if you don't like that, you could just delete it. Or the shed over here, you could delete that. Or even the cow barn, you could delete that. Actually, a new farmer mode, if you don't want half of these sheds, you could delete them. You'll make a decent chunk of change. Also, yeah, those are bales on one of the fields. Yep. You've got bales to pick up, so you've got quite a bit of work to do smack dab right away. What do we get in new farmer mode? Well, you have 4 fields. We've got 83 down here, which I believe is going to be a grass field. Is that correct? Yeah, grass field, ready to go, like that. And then we've got a couple other fields, one ready for harvest and another ready for seeding, because it is already cultivated. Nice. Around 2 to town, looking very, very good. And our other farm is down here at the bottom right-hand corner of the map. Right here, field number 79. Let's go ahead and visit that. Say field farmland number 79. Much more simple with this one, so there's really not a whole lot going on with it. But it is nice, and we've got a little pathway right here, too, that goes under the bridge. I think that's pretty cool. As far as the specs that you may want to know about it, we have 83 fields, 6 forestry areas, 10 pastures, including 3 flat fields where you could plant rice. That's going to be in 85, 86, and 88. 65 fields for agriculture, and to access the BGA, you need to purchase field 80 or farmland 84. Doesn't look like we've got any new crops added to it. We can take a look at our crop calendar though right here. Pretty simple, pretty normal stuff, all things considered. So if you're used to it, you should be good to go. We do have the 1 cow barn, as mentioned, which is very nice to see. No productions owned, but we do have a lot available, which, as always, very nice. And, of course, plenty of equipment. So much, in fact, that we're going to jump over to the main farm and take a look at it. So a little trip around the main farm just so you can kind of get an idea of where everything is. We do have a really sweet house right here, which kind of starts off, and we got Grandpa down here, which we will jump over him. Over here, we've got a nice shed, and then right over here, funny enough, super close to everything, you've got the store, which is awesome. Literally, you buy what you want, and then drive it over here. How cool is that? It makes a big difference when you're doing stuff. We could take a look in, nothing hiding there, although I believe some stuff's in here. Yes, we've got seed, we've got some fertilizer, silage bales, I think. Let me turn on my help window and see kind of what we've got a hold of here. Silage, yes. So we do have silage there. We've also got a nice front loader, some grass hay. That's hay bales, not grass bales. And then jumping out of here, around towards the backside, some filling points, stiffy like a dead. We got anything hiding in here? We do. We've got a planter and a weeder. It's kind of nice. Nice silo on there. And I think that's about it for this area here. But we do have some more stuff. Is there a dude hiding over here? Hey, what's up? Who are you? I don't think I remember this person. I've really not done anything with the NPCs. I thought it was going to be cool, but maybe next time. You do have your cattle area here, which is nice. Although there's really no getting around it. You got to go around this way, and then you got a place for the manure, which is also very nice to see. And we've got a spot here where you can back in and collect the manure if you need to. And of course, we've got a shed here. We got anything in here hiding? Yeah, we got a couple things in here hiding. Plow, a feed mixer, and a cultivator. So you've got those. Nice to see. It seems like you've got just enough equipment to do just about whatever you want and be good to go with it. We kind of bump around and see what we've got. Hey, we got a pallet loader over here. Is this something that we own? It does not appear that this is something that we own. No. So well, just know that, I guess. Let's see. Come through here, see if I see it at all. Nope. So it's just permanently on the farm. That is very nice. Sweet. Hey, you've got your seeder up here ready to go. All right. So that is your map. Very nice. New American. Next new one on our list today for all platforms is going to be the Falcon3 Seeder from KZ Modding. This bad boy right here is not a seeder at all. And I'm a little confused to why it's in the name to begin with. This is a planter. It does seed and solid fertilizer. 1,400 liters combined. 100 horsepower is required. 3 meters and 9 miles an hour. One of the nice things is we've got color options. And because we have color options, we can do whatever we want with said colors. So that's pretty cool. And next up, we've got some placeables. 5 placeables from MA7 Studio today. First one is the Ivoy Piggery. This will hold 32 little baby piggies. Price is going to be $51,000 for you. We've got a place for slurry right over here. If we make our way in, we've got our food right there. Food's going to be 14,000 liters. Slurry is 51,300. And straw holds 15,000. Let's open this door right here. We can walk out here, but these doors do not open right now. So heads up through there. You can add your own custom fence for this if you would like. And you can even put down that mud meadow grass that it does for pigs. There you go. That's where you get your pigs from. At least earlier, it wasn't working standing on top of it, but it seems like now it's working fine. So that is good news. And up through here, into the door, I must say it is nice to have a proper sized door into the game. So that's very nice. Up here, you're going to have all of your stuff, so you can turn the lights on and off, and they are bright. And if we make our way down towards here, I don't know what happened. Something tells me K-Bot was involved. Let's yeet down through here and back out. Next up, we've got the Ivoy chicken coop. Goodness gracious, look at all the birds flying around. Then we got birds from everything. The birds will also go in here. However, those don't fly very well. This chicken coop holds 60 little baby chickens, and we've got a $23,000 price tag on it. Food's going to be 750 liters, so not a whole lot going on through there. Light switch is going to be boom, right there. So that is very nice to see. And of course, you got your door there. Your eggs go there. And I don't know if there's anything that this does. Yeah, you can go right here and turn the lights on and off from the inside. Well, that'll do, won't it? Very nice. Up next is your Ivoy Cereal. And I called this celery whenever I first recorded it. That's going to be in the blooper video for sure. This holds 500,000 liters, and it's going to be for your standard cereal crops. There's really nothing else other than this as a working area. 3 input and output. Lights are going to be right here, and the lights are all the way around. This is a quite extensive setup through here, but it's very cool. And hey, if you want everything to match, go for it. I was a little bit curious how all of this went through without being in the same mod pack. I did reach out to Giants for comment, but I haven't heard anything back yet. Next to last, we have the Ivoy Straw Hangar. Now, this is also found in silos, just like the previous mod. However, this one is going to be for bales. So you're going to drop your bales right here, 850 of them. And right over here is where you're going to collect them, although my storage is empty. However, you may notice that there's a whole lot more going on here than just that. We also have 2 doors here, both of which open, and we can even add in kind of like some, I don't know, the bale trailers, or maybe you want to put some tractors in there, good to go. And then you got your light right here. So there you go. It's only going to be for the outside, though. No light inside. And your last new one for all platforms today, the Ivoy Farm Garage. We've got a nice wide open over here. Wide open space over here. 2 slots there. And then we've got 2 garages. The first one's got some nice hearts on the door. I think that's kind of neat. Pretty big area here as well. Nice, nice. And then another area here, which is a little bit smaller. You're going to open that up. However, don't worry. You may have to close it because your front door gets closed there. So this will be for more trucks or smaller tractors. We will go ahead and close that up, and then we will make our way in here. Plenty of space for my head. We got a nice little workbench here with some tools. We got the light over here, which is going to light up most things, and it's even a garage. Say garage. It's a workshop. That's exactly what that is. So there you go. Let's see, where all do we have lights at? We got lights in here, lights there, lights everywhere. Spinning around towards the backside real quick, you can see the backside of the shed. Really not a whole lot going on there. And right here, this is impossible to open. Unless you can figure it out, let me know. Jumping over to our updates for all platforms, we have the Lizard PSX90 pack. Now, this is still showing as version 1.0 because I believe this was the mod that had the branded version on one of the chainsaws, the Dull Pima, because they also have a PC and Mac only setup of these, but the good thing is they're back and it looks like it's all fixed up. We've also got an update to the Green Bites Express. This was released yesterday, and actually the modern name has changed as well. They used to be Death's Pledge, and it is now Veteran Modding. Either way, this is going to be version 1001 of the mod. Projects added to a product fill type category to allow selling at more sell stations. It was selling at sell stations already, but hey, more is always good. And your only other update today for all platforms is the Wheelie Great Workshop from Biggins version 1001. They've increased the size of the repair area, added a few more interior decorations, added a second model with a refueling station, still repairs, paints, and sells. Also changed the mod icon and updated the mod description. So, some pretty nice updates today. Jumping over to new ones for PC and Mac players. We only have one mod, however, it is a pack, which is very, very cool. So, in this pack, you've got this guy, the MQP-30. This is what you're going to have to start with. We got hydraulic hoses and colors, which is nice. That's going to hook up to your excavator. Then you get to choose one of these. We have the demolition jaw, the pulverizing jaw, and the wood jaw. We'll start with the wood jaw because this one probably makes the most amount of sense. This will go on the attachment onto the excavator, and you can kind of grab onto trees and just squeeze, and they cut. Think of this like a chainsaw or something like that. Although it doesn't go meow or anything like that. It goes rum, I guess. And then you've got the pulverizing jaw and demolition jaw. Both of these kind of do the same thing at the end of the day. Both of these will destroy rocks. They are rock breakers. You can actually see down at the bottom. They even have copied that. The hydraulic rock breaker destroys rocks in the forest, and the machine can cut down trees on the wood jaw. But again, as I mentioned, you're going to need this first. It is the little piece that goes in between your excavator and these guys. Lastly, let's talk about updates for PC and Mac players. We first start with the supply and transport contracts from GTX version 101. Fixed a bug introduced by the recent game update that stops any products from being delivered from contributing to the mission completion. Remember player positions version 101. Positions will now also be saved on leaving a multiplayer server. Only inside vehicle cameras version 1001 fixed the crane camera. And lastly, in-game time operating hours version 101. Fixed for the precision farming mod, the fertilizer map is now correctly updated on the minimap, at least with this mod. And there it is. Those are your mods for today. Hope you enjoyed this one. Drop a like on it if you did. Get subscribed if you're new. Enjoy the DjGoHam fam. Double check those notifications. That way you never miss videos right here. And you're not going to want to because we got a new DLC announced today. Plains and Prairies DLC. It is here. Ford, Versatile, and more is on its way. I've already got 2 videos out. I'll be talking about it more later, so stay tuned. Otherwise, have an awesome day. You rock, and we'll see you later.